them, never run from them. Have fun with that.
It's Madden NFL 24, where we'll see a brawl inside the AFC North. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Cleveland Browns Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns. Brandon Gaudin joined as always by my partner Charles Davis. Charles, these Browns, no other way to say it, they took a step back last year. What do you think that they need to do to get back to the playoffs while competing in a tough AFC North?
They need to get back to the identity that their head coach established a couple seasons ago. A hard running game, consistent play from the quarterback, and then they have new management on the defensive side of the ball. They'll try and get after you in the pass rush.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, I think everybody seems ready to turn the page from 2022. A tough finish down the stretch. Some wacky plays in that loss to the Bengals in the wild card round. They just want to reset and come out swinging in 2023.
Oh, I love how you just expressed that. You're exactly right. Reset and come out and playing Ravens football again. And look, they had some anxious moments in the offseason. Now, a sigh of relief. They have their key pieces in place. They're ready to attack.
Right to the air is Jackson. Powering forward. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He's crossed midfield. It's a gain of 35. Some early fireworks in the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. From the gun, Jackson. That's going to be caught. It's James Prochet. And he is going to have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards, it would appear, as they're able to convert on 4th and 5.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you've got 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And only able to muster a couple. That'll out the 27.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And the Browns are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Not something you see very often from quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
The Cleveland offense ready to go to work behind a 3-time Pro Bowler Deshaun Watson in his 2nd season now as a Brown, number 7 overall.
Just 6 games played for Watson in his debut season with the Browns, which really limited how much he could step into the franchise quarterback role for the team. But he gets a full slate to do so this season. Remember, his last year in Houston, over 4,800 yards. They expect excellence from him.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
A guy coming off his best season as a pro. Here's Nick Chubb.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. We're scoreless after 1. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
On 4th down, Corey Bajorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland.
It's taken to the 26.
13 yards, the tally on the return there.
And the Ravens will take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no point. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Jackson options out left.
And holding it, maybe the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins, and he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. From the right side here, taken in by Bateman.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick,
Don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Jackson will throw again. This is caught. And the Ravens are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. From the 2, here's 1st and goal. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Jackson now. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Oh, now Beckham. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is Jakeem Grant. And he returns this to the 22. And the Browns going to go on offense one final time in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Rifles one that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
And they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And folks, this is a 67-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So that would have been something from that distance. But sorry, Coach. We'll catch up with you after the game. We're going to skip through halftime here and headed back to the field for the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember, there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the... And I think the ball's out. Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, well, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try to get an extra yard or 2.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. They go play action now. Jackson. He completes it to Beckham. He's going to have the first down, more than that. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. the second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if finally we came out in a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And it's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
It's 2nd and inches at the 22-yard line.
Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10
at their own 16. After the interception, here's Watson. Flushed out right. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Off of play action, it's Watson. Out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. On 1st down, Watson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now Watson. And a this here as he's taken down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. It is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Delay of game.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And a delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
So now it's Watson and the Browns.
Down by 2 touchdowns, 65 seconds remaining. They've yet to dent the scoreboard tonight. Now they've got to do it twice late if they want a chance here. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
They'll start with the option.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Big impact play, a tackle for loss.
At the Browns' 28-yard line.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
Enough, though.